Hello and welcome to Homebrew Buddies, a Dungeons and Dragons discussion group where we talk about homebrew and Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Alrighty friends, homies, if you haven't hit the subscribe button. Our goal for January is almost at the end. We're trying to get 100 followers, so even if you do it, please follow us. We need that. We're doing good. We got 10 new. Our other goal for Patreon is 10 new patrons, and we only need 5 more. So come, like, subscribe, follow us, and help your local BIPOC group. And speaking of Patreon, shout out to our newest followers, CW Sovereign 503. Subscribers Hana Fiend and Pebble Crumbs, and for Patreon, Bert R and Tony D. Thank you all so much for supporting your local BIPOC artist group. If you like this content, we got some cool content for you in this next week. February 5th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we'll be having our next episode of Roleplay Varied for you. If you haven't seen the first one, go check it out on YouTube or on our Twitch stream below. It's really cool. It's a fun little campaign we have going on. And then this Sunday, I believe. Yes, this Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have our next episode of our Kids Table. It's going to be really fun. We take local kids from the Washington area, and we teach them how to play Dungeons and Dragons, and it's really fun, cute experience for them. Highly recommend. And even if you haven't subscribed to us, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can help support us and check our stuff out that way too. So there's a lot of different ways for you to help support our growing group of BIPOC artists. So without further ado, let's go and make some content. And here we have my buddies, Kevin Heiss and Rico Lestraps. What's up, buddies?
What's up?
Jello, the D-Amigos have reunited once again.
The D-Amigos.
So what's first on the agenda, Addison, old boy?
Yas.
Oh, alrighty, friends. So for today's Homebrew Buddies episode, we're going to be talking about performance encounters. So a lot of times, I love bards, and I love the whole idea of a bard, that music or creativity is magic and you can use it to alter the world around you. I love that. It's awesome. But I feel like a lot of times, unless you have a bard specific campaign, you don't really get to use your cool bardly talents. Does that make sense? And what I find is even with my bards, I've tried to look up different like performance encounters for bards to do, and I haven't found them. It's hard to find them. There's hard to find bard puzzles or something that's like creative that way. So what I've done is I have 3 cool encounters for you all, and they're pretty short, but we're gonna test them out because I've played them in my different games and they've gone so. So we're gonna test them out today. So for the first encounter I've got for you, we're gonna be doing a cool like battle of the band situation. where you guys are going to be in a band and you're going to go against another band and you're going to try to win the contest. So that's your first encounter for the day. The second encounter of the day, we got a rap battle coming at you. And that's going to be a fun one, a cool little rap battle. And then the third one is going to be a cool artist. We're going to have a painting battle kind of thing. And we're going to see how all that goes. And so, yeah, what do you guys think of it so far?
I mean, as a musician, I love the idea of having all these challenges. I think it's a great way to engage just with people that are artistically inclined. As a bard, you're right. Mainly as a bard, it's usually like all every now and then you'll have a role play experience where it comes in handy to be a bard, but it's never like specific bard activities. So I think it'll be pretty fun. I'm excited.
Yeah. What about you, Kevin?
Sounds interesting. I think it depends on how the encounters go. Like if all three are just performance checks, I'd be like, Addison, what's going on here? But if they're dynamic and kooky and there are things that are going to be coming at me, then I don't know. It sounds fun. It's hard. It's hard for me to give information because I'm like, I don't want to be given too much because I just want to play. See how it goes.
Phenomenal. So without further ado, let me explain how these encounters are going to work. Okay, so for the first encounter, Battle of the Bands, what we're going to be doing is there is 5 rolls you're going to be making. And so you're going to roll your performance check first. And so you're going to roll it against the other band and you're going to see which performance check has a higher number, and it's going to persuade the crowd more towards you. And so with better checks overall, since you have 5 times, so let's say 3 times you did really good, but then 2 times you did really bad. You still would win because the audience would come over to you and they would really like your stuff. But let's say you lose and you only win 2 of your checks, and then the audience is going to go over to the other side. And that's going to end. But if there by chance there happens to be a tie, I don't know how there would be a tie, but I've planned it just in case. If there happens to be a tie, there is a sudden death challenge for it. So that's how the first encounter is going to work. Oh, which reminds me, if you have any magic spells, so since there's 2 of you in your band, what you can do if one of you wanted to do the performance check and another do like a spell or something to give your partner advantage, you could totally do that to help win this. Does that make sense?
We can also just like
So that's
continually give each other bardic inspiration, right?
You could do it once per round. So
Okay.
so since there's 5 rounds, you could do it on one round, 2 round, 3 round. You could do that.
Okay. Cool.
So that's how the first one is going to work. The second one, the rap battle, how that's going to work is we're going to use our vicious mockery cantrip. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be using that on our person that we're challenging, and what's going to happen is it's going to be a battle of vicious mockery, and whoever reaches their hit points first, or half their hit points or whatever, they lose this battle because they have been roasted so bad they cannot stand. And for the final third encounter, the art encounter, what we're going to be doing is, as you paint, you're going to tell me what you want in your painting, and we're going to roll different skills. So, like, let's just say you want to paint a really nice tree. So what we're going to do is instead of rolling performance or something, you're going to roll a nature check. And so depending on how well your nature is will depend on how good the nature looks. Or if you want it to have a lot of meaning, you can maybe roll an insight, and so you roll an insight check and to see if how well the meaning is represented. Or let's just say you wanted to make it really sexy, like you want to make some smut, you want to make some
Oh my God.
hentai. Roll for persuasion, and we'll see how attractive it is.
Clarifying statement: smut does not always mean sexy.
It is true. That is very true. So that is how the encounters are going to work. So let's talk about, do we like these encounters? How do you guys feel about them?
They sound really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what you've created. I like that you're fleshing it out a bit more than just rolling performance a bunch. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes.
Same.
Yeah, that was the one thing I didn't want, is to have a bunch of just performance checks. Like, that's not fun. Like, it's the same roll over and over again.
Also, if you're a bard, you probably have expertise in that.
Oh, definitely. Why wouldn't you have performance expertise? But, so, with that in mind, with our predictions in check, let's go on to Kevin's corner. Kevin, what you got for us,
Whoa.
friend?
Okay.
How's the painting going, dude?
Good. Spooky good. We're kind of
Spooky
getting
good.
to the last bits here. So, this is kind of what it looks like right here. It's all...
Kevin, did you ever get that hot glue? That super glue?
So, turns out the arms actually are meant to come up, and you can do that in a number of ways. And it comes with like little arms that you can insert, but those are across the room right now, so I'm not gonna get them. I should have done that. But I think we'll be done with this when we're done. So we have all of these bottom layers. I actually was a little overzealous and started because I wanted to mix my paints and make sure that they were good. So we've got Necromancer's Cloak, we've got Flumph Pink, we've got Abyssal Black, we've got Putrid Slime, we have Xanathar Blue, and Rigid Leather, and we are going to finish this thing. So you can see the top here has all this blue and gray and yellows, and on the back here it now has this mottled back to it. Now that's what I'm trying to get all over it, and so I'm just I'm using the Necromancer's Cloak and Flumph Pink, so that way it has the texturization from the Flumph Pink, but also has this kind of gray, dark, almost undead look.
Now,
And I'm
Kevin,
just trying
what's
to get
your
it
favorite color out of
my paint?
box of colors? Yes, out of your paint. What is your favorite color that you will always love?
I think Xanathar Blue. Whenever I get to use it, I feel very happy because it's just so bright and blue. Like, look at this. It's beautiful.
That is a very nice blue color.
Right?
I was just saying, myself am partial to the Flumph Pink. I just like saying Flumph as well, but I think it's a really good pink.
And it's got like that little texture, so it's really good for mixing skin tone. So, alright, this is looking how I want it to. So we got that gray all over. We're gonna get a little bit more on these edges here. Not the edges, these spikes that are all alongside of it. I put a bottom layer of blue. So now we are going to get a more precision tool. We're gonna get this Abyssal Black, and I'm gonna paint these spikes all nice and scary.
What's that tool called, Kevin?
It's just like, it's called a detail brush.
Oh.
So it's got 3 sides on it as opposed to being fully round, so you can kind of hold it like a pyramid a bit. If that makes sense, I can explain it better if that didn't
Sure.
make sense. Like,
No,
you
that,
see
that
how
totally makes sense.
the triangle?
Yeah.
So you can hold it a little bit better and have better grip while you're messing with it. Yeah, but if you guys have anything else, this right here, this part takes a lot of concentration. So if you have questions for me, I can answer them, but I am not in a way
Yeah,
to
sure,
be able to make content.
Okay, Kevin, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Out of all the Kellogg's cereal characters, which one of them whose class would Tony the Tiger be?
Whose class would Tony the Tiger be?
Yeah.
I want to say monk.
We're talking cereal characters and a monk? Really?
Yeah, he's like he's a teacher of children. You know, he goes to soccer games. He's kicking things a lot. Yeah, either that or like Paladin of Kellogg's. Those are my votes.
Paladin of Kellogg's. I'm thinking champion. I'm
Champion
thinking
fighter.
a champion fighter, yeah.
But we've never
I
seen
was
him
thinking-
fight.
Dude, he's ripped. He's a
So?
tiger.
So
Dude, he's ripped.
He's also great, so he's a champion.
that's
I mean,
true.
considering how
That would make sense.
sport-oriented
But it
he
could
is.
be Oath of Glory Paladin.
Nah.
No, I think you all got it wrong.
Both of us are like, yeah.
Fuck you, actually.
I think he's a totem barbarian. I think that's why he's a
What?
tiger. I think he always remains in
So
his
you
tiger
think he's
form.
actually a human?
Oh my
In
God.
a,
I think he's a
totem
human.
tiger? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Foul. I hate it.
Or I could
Yes.
say he might be a druid. He might be a druid bard. And he wild shapes into the tiger all the time.
Tony
I
the
guess-
Tiger, a druid bard, maybe.
But I think we can all agree that
yeah.
the captain from those fucking pirate.
Crunch?
Captain Crunch. Captain
He's a
Crunch.
swashbuckler, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Swashbuckler for sure. I think we can
I mean,
all
that's
agree.
an easy, and that's like, I mean, Lucky
What
is
about the Lucky
clearly,
Charms, dude?
yeah, he's a lightfoot halfling bard.
The Lucky Charms dude.
Is he? No, he's not a bard.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
a
I think he's a
sorcerer.
warlock. I think he's sold
Oh,
his
he
soul
could
to
be
the
a
rainbow.
warlock though.
Are you saying his
Make that a
charms
home
are
run.
his patron?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, so we
that's
got
why the kids want them so much.
Cursed charms.
we got this black on the
Whoa, Kevin.
spikes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go in and because the black is a little bit too I don't know, it's a little bright and a little bit too much, even though everything is very muted. So I'm just gonna go in and just kind of spread the darkness.
Okay, Kingdom Hearts, spread that darkness.
I'm gonna spread the
Darkness
dark-
falls across the land.
The midnight hour is close at hand.
This is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Maybe we won't
Paint
finish today. Yeah. Yeah, when I
Well,
said
I
I was
guess-
gonna start painting and stuff, I felt like maybe you guys would be like, oh, that's fun. But then you guys would have to go all about it.
Kevin, you gotta be like Bob Ross right now and be like, it's okay to make mistakes.
Oh, right.
It's all
yeah.
about the creativity and love.
Yeah, if you're not me, it's okay to make mistakes.
Ooh, you getting into some real therapy.
Welcome
trauma
to
right
the
here,
deeps,
Kevin.
the deep depths of most artists.
Huh? What'd you say? I'm hanging
Deep
out.
depths of most artists.
I'm having a great time right now. Everybody, my Venmo.
Please Venmo me money.
All right. This is what you want to see right here. Yeah, like darkness
Wow.
inside of
Uh-huh.
it. So we're gonna do one
Good
last.
contrast.
We're gonna do another little thing with the abyssal black, and we're gonna fix the eye that I made.
Okay.
What do you mean
Okay.
fix it?
How you gonna do that? Yeah.
So I tried to do something super cool last time, and it failed epically. I tried to see if I could make the whites of its eye be like arcane shot, like the blue being like red bloodshot, but I wasn't good at it. So, try again, right?
Yes. That's right, Kevin. You try again. Just like the troll girl from Trolls, the movie, she said, "I get back up again."
Who said that?
The Trolls
Anna
girl
Kendrick?
from Trolls. Yeah, I would
Holy
get back
shit,
up again.
Anna Kendrick?
Remember?
Miss Kendrick, please.
Anna Kendrick.
So here's a
Oh.
question.
Is Anna Kendrick still around? Okay,
Yeah.
I have an answer maybe.
Kind of a big deal.
If you were to meet a celebrity, let's say Selena Gomez, for instance, would you, so let's say in this world you're going to approach her. You've already approached her. She seems like in a good mood. You're not in danger of irritating this woman.
Okay.
Do you go up to her and say, "Hello, Selena Gomez"? Do you say, "Hello, Miss Gomez," or do you say, "Hello, Selena"?
Oh,
That's a
this
very
is such
deep
a spicy
question. Just so you know,
question.
that's a very spicy question. Because there are some people that I feel like I would say last name, and some people that I would say first name. Depends on their persona.
I would just say hi. I'm taking the cop out answer. I'm just gonna say, "Hello, I'm a fan of yours." Cause like
Emma has requested that we do the cup song. Speaking of Anna Kendrick, so if someone remembers the cup song, I remember it's like.
Thanks, Emma.
That's all I remember though. I can fake my way through it.
Well, I could do it. It goes, "Eye goes on my fingers. The knife goes chop, chop, chop. And if I lose my fingers, then they..." Oh, is that not? Is that the? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking the knife song. The knife song, not the cup
I
song.
have no idea what you're talking about.
How you get knives and
How
cups
dare you.
confused?
How dare you?
I have all my fingers, and if goes chop,
That's the
chop,
real
chop.
question. How
And
do
if
you
I miss
get
the
knives and
spaces,
cups
then my fingers will
confused?
come off. Dude, I straight up used to play that in middle school with people.
Really?
Yeah, we'd use we didn't use a real knife. We used the butter knife, but you could still cut yourself if you went too fast.
It's just so funny. He confused knives with cups.
I don't know what you're talking about. I wish I knew. I feel like a lot of people knew the cup song so well at a certain point, and it's
it was on the radio.
I remember. It was a whole thing.
It was on the radio.
Yeah, it was on the radio. Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy.
Take it back to what, 2012?
I wish I was on the radio. Sorry.
Keep reaching for your dreams.
Here's a question for you, Kevin. Here's a question for you. Here's a question for all, even Rico included.
Whoa,
if we were in Dungeons and Dragons, right now, what classes would we all respectively be?
I'd be a bard.
So,
the bartender.
So what I'm thinking, we can give each other classes, right? So what's gonna happen is Kevin and Rico can tell me what my class would be, then me and Rico tell what Kevin's class would be, and then me and Kevin tell what Rico's class is gonna be.
Okay. You guys tell me first then, because I'm painting. Gives me time to think.
Okay. Rico, what do you think Kevin is?
Well, the first time we played, he played as a paladin, and it's kind of hard for me to break out of that when I look at him, just because of that.
It's understandable.
You know.
Because that's what my first thought too was.
But a chaotic paladin. chaotic
characters are
paladin.
chaos.
Oathbreaker paladin.
An Oathbreaker. That's kind of where I'm leaning, yeah.
I wasn't an Oathbreaker.
I know you weren't, but that's where I'm leaning for you.
Oh. You think? Oh my god.
You know,
Like the most
No.
evil class
You
out
know
there.
I disagree. I think you can have a good Oathbreaker. I think it's just
Okay.
someone who has, like,
Fair.
turned
you
away
can't
from
have
faith.
a good Oathbreaker.
Yes, you can. It's all it means to be an Oathbreaker
Oathbreaker
is to turn away from faith in some way
That's true.
and abandon
But
it.
dude,
I
like
guess
if you're a life paladin or
Mhm.
whatever, and you break it, like you like death then because you broke life in some way.
Well, it's more
That would
about
make you
breaking your
evil.
oath to that god, in my opinion.
Yeah, I get
As
what
opposed
you're
to,
saying.
yeah. As opposed to actually like saying going to the exact opposite. It's that idea of like, I doubt my, like, so let's say that you are a life paladin of Paylor,
Mhm.
and so many things start happening that it's like, Paylor, you don't have my back anymore. You've forsaken me. I'm out. You've broken your oath to Paylor. And
Or-
then you
I could
Have
even
you?
see like being like a god of you could be a circle of life but follow a god that like is a god of death. I think like somebody who is like almost like Charon, like the canoe guy, like you like the god of rites and passages and stuff like that. You could easily break your oath by like bringing somebody back to life, like using a revivify or something. Like condoning that could oath break you. So it doesn't necessarily. I think Rico makes sense. His argument holds merit.
So I'm saying if this all happened prior to, now I'm not saying to change it mid-campaign unless your DM's cool with that, but like your character could have been like, an acolyte in the Church of Paylor, some shit went down and he decided to leave. And so that was him breaking his oath. And now he goes forward, still wanting to do good, but no longer doing it in the name of that god.
I don't know, man. When I think of breaking an oath, I think of more of like stabbing someone or like killing a high priest.
But I mean,
Not
all you
like
have to do
leaving.
all you have to do
Because
is
like
break
if you
the
leave,
tenets, though.
but if you leave, like if you're like, I'm no longer following you, Paylor, then you just left. You're no longer that. It doesn't necessarily mean you broke your oath.
For sure.
does it?
Well, if you go to the next, it's more of that next level. I think it's not just to leave, but to also say that like all this time that I've devoted to you has meant nothing. I forsake everything that I've done for you. That is breaking an oath, because an oath is a contract, really.
In its essence. Yeah.
It's an
Welcome
agreement.
to
It's a
Homebrew
deal. It's a
Buddies, and welcome to a new section we call
deep philosophy.
Buddies.
Deep philosophy buddies. Oh, there it is. # philosophy buddy. I legit have been resisting. I have been tiptoeing around Catholicism like a motherfucker right now.
Why?
I'm not gonna dive in because it's too early.
Okay.
It's too early in the day for me. And I have it to teach a class on representation
Speaking
later.
of just like the Catholic Church, I think I could probably take the Pope. I could probably get it.
You gotta
you
warn
know?
the guy first.
You
gotta
know,
warn
like
the
I
guy
don't
first,
think he
homie.
could hold his own against me.
Oh my
I think
God.
he'd lose.
Dude, he's an
hardcore.
80-year-old man.
Yeah.
You feel good about beating up an 80-year-old man?
Why are you talking about assaulting the Pope?
I would feel good beating up anybody who was 80. To feel the raw power of my
What?
thrust in my face? Are you kidding?
Never mind. Kevin truly is the definition
I
of
told you, chaotic. Oathbreaker. It's confirmed. We've gone full
He's
circle.
an oathbreaker.
We've come full
Yeah.
circle.
Kevin. What you said will never leave my mind for the rest of my life.
What
We're gonna
about
hang
the
out in real
Pope?
life. We're gonna hang out in real life, and we're gonna be walking in a store, and we're gonna see this 80-year-old woman upset. Kevin,
Oh,
beat
Lord.
her up. Show her your life force.
The power of youth.
I don't condone this conversation.
Nobody should.
No.
And I'm aware of that. And that's
Okay,
what
good.
makes me special.
Kevin just went full on. You just went full on chaotic evil. Kevin chose violence today.
Oh man. Okay.
On that note, hit that follow
So
button and
sorry.
subscribe to get more
that
madness
note,
from Kevin. I keep hitting my
Yep.
microphone today.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Stop doing it, Rico.
You like this content? If y'all like this content, come on, subscribe to us, like us.
Come on, do it
We'll
already,
give you
coward.
some hot takes.
Come on. Just do it already.
Kevin, where we at with painting, my homie? My
We
buddy,
are
my amigo, my
getting-
dear amigo.
We're getting close. I'm just kind of doing detail work. I don't want to show it off yet because I think it looks really cool. But I'm almost done. Oh, whoa! What was that? Didn't see it. Can't.
Ooh, a little sneaky peeky.
How dare you? So snake it.
That
It was a snake.
what you did, it reminded me of you all remember the insurance commercial where it's like for State Farm or something, and the guy is like, some insurance people, they make you get your money, and it's this guy and he has this money and it's on like a fishing pole and he's like, oh, I got you $1. That's what it reminded me of right then. Oh, you gotta get it, you gotta get it.
Come on, reach for it. Come on, you didn't earn it if you don't reach for it. Okay. I'm just filling in all the spots right now that have been somehow, with all the layers I've done on this, been left.
You gotta be quicker than that.
That was the line.
Yes.
Gotta you go? Oh,
That
gotta be
was the
quicker than
line.
that.
I couldn't remember it. Yeah, you gotta be quicker than that. Yeah, that was good. That's a good cut right there. Wow. I love making these obscure references with you all. Thank you for joining us today.
Okay. Guys, I don't want to toot my own horn here, although that's not
Toot it
wholesome.
away.
Here, let me just get these last few arms, and then I'm gonna be proud. Siglic's fucked up. I don't think it's crazy good, but I like it. It looks like a
I hope
zombie
it's as
beholder to
beautiful
me.
as that bird behind you.
Thank you.
That's the
Looks
Wow.
a little
It looks
scary.
grotesque. It looks
Mhm.
evil.
That's what it was going
If
for.
I saw that in the dungeon, I would poop my pants.
I'm mostly. I think I got the shell the best. Like the back of it, like the modeling of the blue and the gray with like the red and black. I really like it. The front, I think it's all right. I think it looks scary. It looks like it's a rotten head.
For sure.
It looks
Yeah.
like it's all messed up. I wish we had a better camera, but now that this is done, if you follow the Break to Table Discord, I will be taking a much more high-res photo of this and putting it in the arts and crafts section. So that's it. But we did it.
Yeah,
This has been like 4 weeks. 4 weeks of
Yeah.
I opened this
Yeah,
on
man.
Homebrew Buddies, and
Mhm.
now it is finished on Homebrew Buddies. Well, I still gotta paint the bottom and put a stand on it,
Just
but I
like
will
little
do that.
details and things.
I will do that in between next week and show y'all the display image.
Wow. Thanks, Kevin. That's
No problem,
dope.
guys.
I love your content, my homie.
Thank
So,
you.
speaking of this, I think this would be now a perfect time to take our mid-show break. And for today's intermission, we have a song called Aquafina by Jerusha. Check her content out on YouTube. Pretty dope. And we'll be right back after this ad and this YouTube.
These
song.
fine messages.
So, yeah, after these fine messages. So stay tuned. So I'm treating myself like a princess. You were the one who wanted distance. So when you call my phone, I won't be home. Hey, I guess it's your turn to be persistent. Cause I burned through your letters, I tossed out your sweater. Cause I'm getting better in this stormy weather. I was so frustrated, it all escalated. But now I'm just staying hydrated. I drink my aquafina, it's like a ballerina boy. I don't wanna see you at the club tonight. You go to church on Sunday, to old ways on Monday. I wanna have a fun day at the club tonight. And I gotta admit, I get kinda lonely. I'm missing your lips and the way that you hold me. But I'm not standing by for Hello, and welcome back to Homebrew Buddies, a Dungeons and Dragons discussion group where we talk about homebrew in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. So, if you haven't yet hit the subscribe button, we're trying to get 100 followers. So, please help us out. And speaking of that, we're trying to get 10 new patrons for our Patreon. We only need like 5 or so more, and we hit our goal. It's going to be awesome. So please like, subscribe, follow us, and help support your local BIPOC group. And speaking of Patreon, shout out to our newest followers, CW Sovereign 503, Hana Fiend, and Pebble Crumbs. And for Patreon, Bert R and Tony D. And thank you for a new follower that just happened. I'm sorry I don't have your name.
End of
but I saw
politics.
the notification for it. No, End of Politics. Thank you, End of Politics. Thank you for likes. Thank you so much. So now that we're back from our break, we last left off with our performance encounters. So for the first part of this, for this part of this encounter, we're going to do a battle of the bands. So Kevin and Rico, roll your initiative to see who gets to introduce their character first.
Okay. Ooh, that's
I should have been prepared for this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm such a bad player.
Everybody imagine that I'm juggling while Rico gets ready. Whoa. Whoa.
It's not homebrew. It's not homebrew buddies if I don't row poorly. So what better way to start off today's night of today's day of homebrew buddies than a natural 1 on my initiative roll?
Holy shit! I can't believe I rolled a 4 plus 2, and you still somehow lost.
I rolled a 1 plus 4.
Hello, my name is Igud Dirtgarter, but you can call me IG for short. I'm a hill dwarf bard, and I play the cello.
Oi, it's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. My name is Toodaloo.
Oh, nice to meet you, Toodaloo.
Nice to meet you too.
Daloo. just a couple of bards hanging out. 2 normal bards.
Usual bard. Toodaloo noise.
All right, so Toodaloo and IG. I'm just gonna call you the Gram for short. Toodaloo and the Gram.
Oh my God, our band is Toodle and the Gram.
Oh my God.
Toodle and the Gram.
Toodle and the Gram.
Toodle and the Gram, baby.
So you both walk up in this major open space where there's a hustle and bustle of a bunch of people as the music festival begins, and you walk up to the sign-up sheet lady, and it's this little halfling girl, and she goes, "What's your band name?"
Toodle and the Gram.
Toodle and the Gram? All right. She writes it down. You got the entrance fee?
Of course we do. Here you
Great,
go.
10 gold.
And I hand over a crisp piece of paper with a smiley face on it.
There it is. And I go, that's certainly it. Absolutely.
She sees this, and immediately she crumbles it up and eats it. Shit, this is what I think of you, money.
That's a good way to feel smiley on the inside. So we'll be going now.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Got the gold.
We gave you the gold.
I feel like maybe we don't need to.
That was it.
Because we're gonna be playing.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be giving
Roll a persuasion check.
Which who?
Both of you.
That is an 18.
17. And that was a low roll, baby.
I still need cash. I still need cash.
All right. 5 gold from each of us. Makes
You
sense.
tried to pay her in paper, man.
I pull out 5 copper. And as
You're not even.
Yeah, I just give 5 gold.
I just put 5 copper, and I take his 5 gold, and I just, here you go, and I just drop it all, and
Do a sleight of hand check for me real fast.
Try and walk away. What'd you get?
11.
Oh no, buddy. We're just trying to.
Right as you
con
shake
our
it
way.
up, that's kind of weird, but okay, whatever. She takes the money. She's, hey, you're short. These are copper.
Oopsies.
I pay
I'll
pay
pay
the
her.
entrance fee.
I pay the entrance fee. I'm not gonna dick around too much more.
Okay, you get the
Right.
entrance fee, and
I
you're
do
ready.
stop. I do stop and say, "But when I win this swing, I'll call you." Oh God.
Says, not interested. Have a girlfriend. Bye. And she turns away from you,
That's
and
fair.
it's just on her speaking phone.
Wow.
So
I wish I was
as you
famous.
enter, as you enter this competition, you go backstage and you see a whole bunch of different performing artists. And do a perception check real fast. See if you know any big names that are there.
Graham, look, it's Dumford and Duns.
It's 19.
4.
What'd you roll, Rico? For Rico,
Homebrew
you're,
Buddies, baby. That's when I roll the best.
Toodaloo is just happy. Is just happy to be living his best life.
I've always wanted to be here.
At the music place. Yes, but Kevin, you notice that the Stones of Rolling are there, and you also notice the Beetle Grubs are also there.
The Beetle Grubs.
All of it.
Yes.
Toodle, I see some competition has arrived as well.
All I see are good feelings. Toodaloo.
That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Can put it in your songs, Toodle. Put it in your songs.
Sing your songs.
Okay, so as you're all waiting to go on, you hear your name. Toodaloo and the Gram. Toodles and the Gram.
Oh, that's
Please report to
us.
the stage. Toodles and
All
the
right.
Gram.
Here we go.
And as you walk onto stage, do a perception check, both of you, real fast.
Real quick, what races are you, Rico?
Stout halfling.
Oh, so
So
we're short gang. Cool.
Yeah. Wait,
So
what
I'm
are
a
you?
dwarf. I'm a
You're a
dwarf.
dwarf. Okay. Yeah, we're both waddling. That is a is it perception? 3.
I got a 12.
Bro.
3. I have not rolled
Rico.
above. I have not rolled above a 10 yet. For the
Beaker biscuit.
legally
Yes,
safe.
it's illegally safe.
Beaker biscuit.
We're changing the
Look.
lyrics just a bit tiny.
Toodle is just very happy to be here. And he's far more. He's doing his warm ups. Usually, I'm going toodle-oodle-oodle-oodle-loo, toodle-oodle-oodle-oodle-loo, toodle-oodle-oodle-oodle-loo. So yeah, he's distracted.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Kevin, you notice that the competition that you're going for is the first one is the Stones of Rolling.
Oh, these guys are chumps. We could take them easy. I don't know what this
All
guy's
right, and
voice is anymore.
without
No,
ado,
me
let's roll initiative. Let's see who goes first.
Ooh, good initiative. Got a 19.
I got
Right.
a 9.
Okay, so let me roll one more time.
Kevin got a 19. I got a 9.
You can hold it. He's not wet.
So what's gonna happen is Kevin's gonna go first,
Okay.
then the band, then the Stones of Rolling, and someone else, and then Rico will go.
So this is just the.
Okay.
This is the.
What are you
what
playing
is this
again?
event again?
Battle of the Bands.
This is gonna
I'm
be a
playing the
battle.
cello.
So the
You're
whole
playing the
goal
cello?
of this. So how this is going to work is each of the bands are going to take turns trying to persuade the audience over with better performance checks. And so we have 5 rounds to do that. So
Scott
if you
Pilgrim
want,
versus the
what
World
you can
style.
also do Scott Pilgrim versus the World style. So what you can do is you can either buff your side to be better, or you can try to debuff the other side. Since there's two of you.
I see.
So you can decide I wanna be better at my performance, or you can be like I'm gonna sabotage the other person with a spell. Boom.
Okay.
So.
So I go first, right?
Yep, you will be going first.
Okay, I need to look up the wording of this spell.
I'm ready. I know what I'm doing for my first turn.
Okay, so I'm choosing to buff Rico up on my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, I think Tootle goes, alright, we are Tootle and the Graham, and we are ready to rock! And I just, like, power chord my cello. And I cast level 2 Pyrotechnics. But
Yes!
I cast level 2
Okay,
Pyrotechnics. And
dope. So
it says, like, fireworks or smoke, but I like the idea that it's just, like, a thin veil of smoke and just, like, fireworks comes out the end of my guitar and just, like, Tootle and the Graham appears in fire above us, and
That's
then I
dope,
let Rico take the vocals away.
Dope. So what that's gonna do, Rico, is that's gonna give you an advantage. So when you roll your performance check, roll with advantage because that's sick.
Okay. Cool. But not right now. It's not my turn yet. Right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Start your turn. It's my turn.
And then fuck it. I'll also give you one of my bardic inspirations.
Ooh.
I think it's a D10 because we're level 10.
And that happens with your cello solo, right? Like,
yes,
you're starting the song off with this great cello solo. I'm just holding the cymbals right now.
And then I just whisper in your ear, "You got this, dude."
Thanks.
All right, and as this happens, you see the stones are rolling. All right, blokes, let's rock this joint. And they also cast. They're gonna cast a 3rd level pyrotechnics on this.
Whoa!
So as this happens,
they have the money.
It's even greater fireworks. Yeah, they're wasting their spells on this, and they're just making this grand entrance. And immediately the people look over and they're like, "Oh, the stones are rolling! I love the stones are rolling!" And the audience is split right now, so they'll also roll with advantage. To see. Advantage. 19. Okay, great. They rolled a 26 on their performance check.
Hey, Addison, I just want to clarify that your homebrew rules with this. So, the play with what does doing a performance roll count as your action, or is that like a bonus action?
That's going to be your action. You can either decide to, so you can either decide to perform, which is your action, or you can support.
And do they have 2 people in their band as well?
They do have 2 people.
Okay, cool.
It's a guitarist and a singer.
Sweet. Okay, thank you. I get it now.
So you will have to beat a 26 on your performance check.
I have to beat.
But you got it. You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's my turn.
And you got bardic.
Yes.
And it's a D10. All right. Tootle.
I'm almost certain we're 10th level bards, but let me double check as well.
I believe it is.
I know, but now I'm.
Tootle starts rocking out on a drum thing and breaks out in song. Welcome to the tavern. We got lots of mead. Da, da, da. I don't have anything else though, and just starts rocking.
We got lots of mead.
Absolutely awful. What'd you get?
Here we go. Performance check. With advantage, thank God, because I'm still not rolling above a 10. I can't roll above a 10. So that was. So I rolled a 19, and I'm adding the bardic inspiration, which was only a 4, so 23 total. I'm switching dice. I'm switching. These are going away. The whole set.
Close.
Say goodbye to my Saints colored. Goodbye. They're gone. They're going to jail.
Goodbye.
This is normally my homebrew set. It's not happening anymore. Okay, so yes.
Oh no.
Toodle actually had a slight
this
voice crack.
happens-
He didn't finish his vocal warm-up, so it was like, it was there, but like a little under, and he had to like pull the note up at one point. It was like that moment.
Yeah.
Imperceptible.
I'm aware of that
to
moment.
Audience goer.
Yes.
Oh, but we know.
Just enough. and as this happens, so as you're battling, the stones of rolling, they immediately, and you hear this enchanted ding 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 ding, and then everyone's going wild for it because they're like, I love this song, I love it, and unfortunately they're all towards the stones of rolling right now, so they have one win under their belt.
It's okay.
So you have 4
Okay.
more times to redeem yourself.
We can do
So,
this.
it goes back
Star.
to Kevin.
Okay, can I hold my action for Rico? Maybe I'll try and get a cello solo in.
I kind of want to buff
yeah.
you up. You're trying to switch our initiative, essentially.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold my action until Rico.
Oh,
Sure.
I forgot to say it at first. Never mind. Okay. So now it's me. No, it's not me. It's you. Sorry.
No, it's yep. So as this happens, you're a bit awestruck of their awesome performance. They're going for it, and as they're gonna do this, one of the people, the guitarist mainly, he is going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter at you all. And so what that's going to do is that's going to give you a disadvantage on your on your turn for your performance check. And so then that was one of the turns.
So does that just happen?
Okay.
Or do we have to make a save?
We have a save. I have that spell too.
Okay. How I viewed it was it just happened, but let's do a save. Let's see what it'll do. So do your save.
Is it wisdom?
Yes.
Yeah, wisdom. Which I have a -1 in wisdom, so. What are we trying
Whoever's
to
going to
do?
do your performance check, whoever's trying to do the performance check, do the roll.
Nat 18.
It'll be him, so.
Yeah.
18 plus what with your other modifiers?
That's it.
That's it. Oh, does not beat. It was a 19.
Wow.
They have a high.
Damn.
They have a high. Whatchamacallit.
It's okay. It's okay.
Spell
We
save.
got this. We got this.
But
So-
I mean, I can't do my performance check anymore though.
I am going to use. Sorry, you're not done, are you? I'm excited. This is fun.
No, essentially what will happen is Kevin, you can still do your performance check. It's just going to be at disadvantage unless
I
Rico
see.
gives you another help thing to help even it out.
Okay, cool.
So as they cast this, hey, you guys suck, and a part of the audience, they're like, yeah, these guys suck, and they start laughing at you, and you start feeling more self-conscious about what's going on as these guys rock out. So hold on, let me roll my other. Okay, so they rolled a 16 on their performance check. So you'll have to beat that next time.
Okay.
And it is Kevin/Rico's turn.
All right, I can either mess with them, mess them up, or help you out right now.
Yep. Yes. Or do a performance check if you wanted.
No. I think we're playing defense right now. We're playing defense. I don't like that. So I think I am going.
They only got a 16, right?
Yeah, we kind of got a low roll.
Yep.
If
and
you
we got a
gave
16.
me Bardic,
Yep.
I think I
Mhm.
could beat it.
Yeah.
We have a disadvantage.
Okay. So then on this turn, what I'm gonna do is how many people can I affect with this one? I'm gonna just break into this awesome like pop punk breakdown section, and as I do, my drums are gonna launch a slow spell at the Stones of Rolling.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna hold an obnoxiously high note the whole time vocally. I'm not gonna do it on stream because no one needs to hear that. But that's what he's gonna do, just wail on a high note for like an hour. So you have to do a wisdom save.
Okay.
Of 16.
I got a 15. Nice.
Sweet. So now, anytime that they try to cast a spell, you have to roll a d20, and if it's an 11 or higher, the spell won't happen until the next turn. And it has to, and they have to use their action to finish the spell that next turn too. Yeah. So I do that.
Tricky.
Give me Botix.
And then I'm also gonna go. I'm gonna get the crowd hype. I'm gonna go. Graham on the cello, Graham on the cello. Let's go.
And then
For your bardic.
okay, all right, good. Going for disadvantage.
Did you roll disadvantage?
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no.
I don't even need the bardic. I rolled a 17 and a 19.
What you got, homie?
So I got
We're on to that.
I got a 27
Yes.
on my
Bro,
performance
dude.
check. Don't even need
That's what we
bardic,
needed.
That's
baby.
what it's about.
That's what we needed.
And as Rico pumps up the crowd, the laughter chills down, and now everyone's like, "Go Kevin, go Kevin!"
Graham.
And Kevin's just shredding on the cello. Oh, sorry, Graham. I was looking at his name tag as I said, and Graham is just going ham on the cello. Like he's going for it. People are like, "Whoa!" And now you have one win under your belt.
Cello, you have a win.
Yes. All right, Kevin. It is back to your turn.
Okay. So am I still under Tasha's?
Yeah. How long does that last?
No. It'll last for the round. That round.
Okay,
Cool.
well then I'm gonna do something. Okay. So this is gonna. No, I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
Can I cast Hold Person on the guitarist? Or actually, wait, I want to cast.
Sure. Yeah, you can.
It has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Sure. As you do this, they're going to cast Counterspell on you.
Okay. Well,
Oh, no.
he has to make a. What level does he do his counterspell out?
Level 5.
Level 5. Okay. Well, then I can't dominate person.
Yeah.
Rip. Sorry.
Well, if it's
Naomi.
level. Yeah.
No, dominate person is 5th level. I don't have counterspell, so.
Can I counter his counterspell? I don't think you can.
Yes, you can counter a counterspell, but that's going to be your action. So if you want to help.
Oh no.
That's
okay.
Isn't it a reaction?
Oh, wait a minute.
This world.
Well, it is a reaction. Yeah. That spell is a reaction.
So how I consider this in this.
It can't
in this
use
match
reactions
is
because
you-
it's slowed.
It can't. Oh no.
According to slow,
No. Okay, then you
on
can.
its turn, yeah, it can't. Yeah, it can't use
So,
reactions.
Never mind, Kevin.
So can you make that Wisdom save for me, baby?
Yeah.
It's also still a DC 16.
I'm sorry, my friend. I rolled an 18.
Fine.
A nat
Get out of
18.
here.
Plus my other stuff.
Get out.
I just shared in our chat stuff about slow, just so you know.
Phenomenal. Great. As you try to cast, slow hold person. Those little tricks won't work on me, mates. I got the power of rock and roll on me. And so how this is gonna work with slow is I'm gonna say it's gonna work for 2 turns. So
Okay.
for this turn and then the next turn.
They can also save to try to get rid of it at the end of their turn.
Oh,
It's a wisdom save, yeah.
The support guy is gonna do that. Let's see if we get it. What's the
end of
DC again?
turn. 16.
16. Oh,
Mhm.
doesn't still pass. The support guy went, and now the performance guy will go. Perfect. As as this is happening, hold on, what is that? He got a 28.
Damn.
So as you try to keep messing up each other and going at this hasty battle, once again their power of rock is very overwhelming and very powerful as they just shred. And he's like, let me show you this, and he does the cool guitar solo behind the back of his head, and it's a whole thing. And Rico, it is now your turn, my homie.
Okay.
By the way, one of you still hasn't done the performance check.
I know.
Because Kevin
didn't do it, so I think I'm gonna do it this round. Yeah, I'll do it this. What did he roll in his performance check?
27.
He rolled his 28. It's a 28.
I shouldn't bother because I have to at least roll I have to roll at least a 15 to be close to that, and like you know how it rolls for me.
Because he got a 15.
Dude, but
and
you
a
never
plus
know.
13.
I believe in you.
I don't believe in me.
You never know.
I would rather do more sabotage.
Okay, next time I will do something. I'll do it, but you have to.
Okay, I'll do it. Nope. I rolled a 7, so it's gonna be like 19. Great. What are my bonus actions?
As you try to play, the audience is like captivated, but not as much by the imagery and showmanship of the stones of rolling as they.
How long have we been playing for? How long have we been playing for?
So this is the 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
So they gotta win first, then you gotta win. Then for this 3rd turn, they got the win.
But time-wise, how long have we been playing?
Oh, time-wise?
Yeah.
Let's say it's been about 10 minutes.
Okay. As
15
happening,
minutes. Each one will be like 5 minutes.
As this is happening, I am going to use my enthralling performance ability, being from the College of Glamour. I can choose 4 creatures that have watched or listened to me perform for a minute, and they have to each make a wisdom saving throw, or they're charmed for an hour.
Okay.
So I'm going to use it on the 2 that are on stage, and then 2 random audience members that are near them on stage. So there'll be 2 people always facing us.
What we'll do for that is you'll just have advantage again, and they'll have disadvantage.
Okay.
So what does the other band have to do again?
It's a wisdom save. DC 16 for each of them.
12 plus 4. I got a 16.
Okay, that one's a save.
16. Okay. And I'll roll the second guy. Doesn't save.
Cool. And so as I do this, I'm gonna be like, you should put your. And was that the guitarist who didn't save, or the other one?
It was the singer that didn't save.
The singer. I'm gonna gesture for him to come join and do a duet with me on our side of the stage.
That's
You know what happened? Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I
Well,
just
wouldn't
charmed
shouldn't it
him.
be
Oh,
just
man.
neutral? Because
Why?
charm gives
Why would it
advantage.
be neutral?
Because charm gives advantage on
Bro.
all charisma checks.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Then yeah, give it. Okay, just give me a neutral persuasion check. Let's see
Neutral
what'll happen.
persuasion. Come on, please roll well. But one time to roll high. 18 on the die, so I rolled a 30.
Dope. Okay. And let me roll. 30?
30.
Okay.
I never roll well on Homebrew
I'm gonna
Buddies,
try
but when
that.
it matters.
I'm gonna try to incite it. No. You got a 5. Okay, the stupid shenanigans. Basically, what happens is he says, "All right, bloke, the power of music for all," and he runs and he dives into the crowd. And
Yes.
he's like, "Rock and roll, baby," and he rocks and roll, and he crowd surfs all the way to your end, and he
Cool.
says, "Let's turn this up."
Yep.
And so now, basically, how this is gonna
going
work
on?
is now you just have one person on your stage,
Oh,
Can
we
they
only have
give
one
us the
person
help
on that.
and the other person on the other.
Yeah.
They will not give you the help action. Just now, the battle is now on your side and on their side, so it's very confusing. The mechanic stays the same, but for flavor, the guy is on the other side. That's basically
Okay.
what happens.
Okay. All right, Kevin.
Okay.
think it's you, right?
Yeah, I still got
It's
Bardic.
Kevin's
I'm gonna
turn.
roll I'm just gonna roll fucking performance with my Bardic. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rock out.
Okay,
I see
go for
I
it.
see Toodles doing shit. Oh, I believe in the heart of the die. Okay. Alright, I am still gonna use my Bardic.
Okay, go for it. What you got?
Just a 2, so that's a 23.
23. All right.
Oh yeah.
As the lead singer comes on over to your side, yeah, and you're all rocking out, and you're on the drum. Oh no, sorry, the cello. Toodles is on the drum. But you're just rocking out in your cello. You're doing major power chords, and it's pretty dope sound. So let's see what the other people get. So performance is 13 plus 13. They got a 26 on their performance check. Did they roll with disadvantage? I can't remember.
Let me double check. He's technically wait. Who's the one doing it? Because the one on our side is charmed.
The guitarist. So the
Okay.
one back at the stage. He's the
Yeah.
one who's been doing the performance checks.
He's been
The other
saving.
guy, the singer, has been helping.
Got it.
So that is a performance check, and then the singer, they are going to try to break out of their enthralling thing. And what was it? 16.
No, there's no break from it. It's only it's the initial roll only, and then charmed for an hour, unless they take damage.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, he's on our.
No.
He's my friend. I asked him to help me. I was like, "Come and help us."
Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna say he's incapacitated for this turn then, and it's just gonna be the performance check guy. It's him.
Cool.
All right. So Rico, take your turn.
Okay.
Well, what did the performance guy get?
I think he beat you.
You got a 26.
Oh, what a little bitch.
I'm going to
13, my friend.
as Graham is rocking out on the cello, I'm gonna come from behind the drums and put my hand on his shoulder and just do this for a second, casting enhance ability, Eagle Splendor onto him, so he can have advantage on charisma checks.
Are we at 1 win, 2 losses right now?
I think so.
Okay. So we have to win
Yes.
the next 2. If
Yeah.
we want to win this section.
Yeah, that's why I was like, let me boost you
Yes.
up, man. And then I'm going to, as a bonus action, once per long rest, I can cast Command without expending a spell slot. So I'm going to cast Command on the guitarist, and I'm going to go, get over here.
Oh my goodness.
The thing is gonna be still the same. Okay, whatever. Okay. So what does he have to? What does he have to be?
It's a saving throw. It doesn't say, so I'm guessing wisdom 16. That's what normally is, right? For command is wisdom.
Yeah. Joke's on you. I got a 16. 16 plus 4,
Okay.
20. Boom.
Cool. Worth the try.
So it's my turn, correct?
As you come to get over here, nah, mate. Power of rock's on my side, and he starts shredding with his teeth.
Oh, awful! How dare he? Did you do an enhance ability on me?
I did an enhance ability, yeah. So you have advantage on charisma checks.
Okay. So I'm gonna go.
And I think it's for an hour.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Advantage. Thank God for advantage. It's a 25 there, mate.
25. Alrighty. As you go, actually, you know what happens? The crowd gets silent, and as you go, you start playing For Elise. And people are like, okay, sure, I feel it, yeah. But then all of a sudden, boing, your power chord, and you start heavy cello solo. Yeah, it turns heavy dope. So let's see what the performance guy has to be. What does he have to beat again?
He has to beat a 25.
25. Let's see. That plus 13.
What do you got?
Guess what he got, buddy?
What do
You got a 10. 23.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh. So we tied then?
No,
Oh, no,
you got 25.
I got it. Yeah.
You got 25.
I got 23 last time. That's what I was confused.
Yeah, so as he sees you play your awesome rendition of For Elise, he's like, I had to catch up, and tries to do
Now we're tied.
do a cool guitar solo, but he does not work.
Yes.
Rico, it is now your turn.
Okay, Addison, you're gonna be mad, but bear with. I promise. There's a reason why I'm doing this one. I promise. I am going to, after my call for him to join us, I'm gonna go. You see, we want music for all. That fucker wants to hog it for himself, and try to turn the crowd against him, and essentially use synaptic. I'm gonna use synaptic. Well, I'm gonna use synaptic static I'm gonna use the crowd's boo to like cast synaptic static, which is a 5th level enchantment on him.
Okay.
And he has to do an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
I was like, I have to get away from the
What does he have to beat?
16.
Doesn't matter. He got a 10. He got a -1 on it.
Yes. Okay. So first he takes 8d6 psychic damage, but that's not why I'm doing it. I promise. I promise. So
You kill this musician.
I might kill the musician. I hate musicians. 15. It's not a high roll. 15, 20. So he takes 24 points of damage. But the reason why I'm doing it is because for the next minute, he's going to have muddled thoughts as the doubt all creeps in his mind. And you have to roll a d6 after every performance check and subtract whatever you roll from your check.
Okay, so he'll have disadvantage and a -d6 on his performance.
That's the reason why I was doing it. I promise it wasn't for the madness.
That's really good.
So, and then I'm going to use my inspiration on Graham. Because he's rocking out right now. I'm going to go. Keep him hype. That's my turn.
All right, Kevin. It's all up to you. Oh, that's all up to you, Kevin.
You got advantage and inspiration. And he has disadvantage and minus a d6.
And -6. Yep.
I have stacked all the cards in our favor.
Yep. It's your turn, Kevin.
31.
We can't hear you. 31?
Yeah.
31?
17 plus 10 plus 4 on Bardic.
Yes.
Okay. Then what? I can't do it. I can't win. it's impossible. Even if I rolled a nat 20 plus 13. Oh no, it's possible. It's possible. I'm gonna roll my d6 first to decide. It is not possible. I rolled a 5.
Yes.
So as you go, as you begin to, immediately you say, "This one's for you," and
no
all
one
of
in
a sudden,
particular?
with your last power chord, the sound waves shock out, and the entire audience is now captivated by your essence of lovely music, and the stones of rolling are now. They look at you, and they give you, and the guitarist, he gives you a head nod. He says, "That was lovely, mate. Truly, music rock."
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
What?
And he kills himself.
What? Sorry. I
Graham?
got
Remember,
really, scared.
we leave it on the stage, Graham. We leave it on the stage.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, he starts bashing the cymbals with his head.
Yeah. And that, my friends, was our encounter for the day.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
let's go over it. Let's talk about it.
yeah.
So, first off, did we like this?
I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was super fun. It was, when you were explaining it, I was like, this is, and I was, it didn't seem like it play off well with the explanation, but I think you worked the mechanic in really well. It was a fun, unique encounter.
I love when initiative and combat and stuff is used in a way that is not for combat. It is my favorite use of that system.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very excited, and I think it worked really well.
I agree.
I think there are ways to make that even more dynamic. I think you could make that, like, I know we're just doing a small thing for this, but I feel like you could even turn that into a session-long thing, going through, like, all the steps of a battle of the band and whatnot. And, like, it would be interesting because, like, in my mind, I thought, I was kind of thinking differently. I was like, okay, so, like, we'll do this section, right? Like, if it's rap, right? Be like, okay, you have to do performance, but you also have to do sleight of hand to see if you are dexterous enough to be able to do this or what. And then also, like, insight to see if you're able to, like, freestyle off the cuff or something, you know, like stuff like that. Like, could it, like, more events later on could have been, there's a lot of fun stuff that could have been done past just this moment. Like, I feel like what we did would have been like the climax of, like, a bunch of little events that could have happened throughout earlier.
I agree. It would be the climax of a bardic based campaign that was all about, you know, kind of that Guitar Hero plot line of building your way up through the ranks, or even doing a Scott Pilgrim-esque campaign. You know what I mean? Like, this really did kind of play in that feel. I agree. I think it could be very dynamic, and we could flesh it out more. I also loved the fact that you were limited to doing the check as your action, made it a team strategy game, which was really fun. And of course, that is what D&D is at the end of the day, but we always do kind of go to our own, like, what can I do to benefit the team? Often when we play, it's like, what's my role in the encounter? Whereas in this, it was, we are both bards, our role is the same, so how do we supplement each other? It felt a lot more like doing paradigm shifts in the Final Fantasy 10-2 or 13, which I know neither one of those were like the good Final Fantasies, but the one redeeming quality of both of those games was that little element of adjusting your team to help to complement each other constantly. So it was really cool how Kevin and I had to constantly kind of flip who's going to prep the next person for the big move, essentially.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of this, is I want it to be really collaborative, you know, because when you're in a band, you're collaborating with each other. And I know a lot of times that if you don't make, like, a skill check in action, it can get really muddied really fast. It can just not work. So that's why I was like, oh, this is your action. You can either perform or you either help your friends.
And it
would
definitely
like
makes
to-
sense.
Hate the other people.
I would like to say though, I almost kind of wish that I didn't do as well on that last performance check, mainly because I had an ability that I hadn't used yet called, because I was a college of lore, so I had cutting
Mhm.
words, and so I could have subtracted a D10 from their performance check, which is what I wanted to do with my last move. It's just like, I actually cutting words it.
Oof.
You're not good at playing guitar.
He would have been like,
All
you
right,
may
friends.
be good, but
I
I'm
also-
better."
Yes. I wish I thought about the thing that I did at the end a little earlier too. It would have been a little helpful earlier on when Addison was wrecking us. But I also, there were
Yeah,
times
it
where
was an amp.
it was, yeah,
Build up.
it did build nicely. And I was
lose,
intentionally trying to, I was pushing I was testing your mechanics, right? I was like, can I get this guy over here?
Yeah.
Can I do this? How can I, because that's what a lot of players do sometimes, right? They try to break the system. So it was like,
Yeah.
it was nice to see how fortified this mechanic was in a way. You know, it worked really well. Nom, nom, nom,
Yeah,
nom.
you know, and I was thinking about that. I was thrown off guard, but you know, I didn't want it to break the mechanic. Like, oh, you get help now, you get advantage or disadvantage all the time. So I was like, you know, he's just over there for flavor. That's it. Like you got him over there, and it was a really good strategy because it couldn't help buff his performer, right? So he didn't have any buffs, and since he was your friend, he wasn't going to debuff you.
Yeah.
So that was a really good strategy. Because if he was still over there for the last realm, if he was still there for the last round, he probably could have like helped himself really good. You know,
Yeah.
it potentially could have been different.
Ah, there it is. Beholder. That needs to be the final boss of. We should do this Bard campaign. Play out a Battle of the Band campaign and make the Beholder be the final boss.
Yeah, and the Beholder actually is an opera singer.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Doing the number from Six Element.
I think Rico, has anybody ever been like Ricola to you?
That's what my Twitch name is, Musical Ricola, for that
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
That's
you
what.
did notice
Speaking
that?
of, let's go to quick plugs. You can find me on Twitch and on Instagram as Musical Ricola. Addison, you want to plug yourself at all?
Find me on the gram, Addison D_98.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at StarringKevin. And you can also find me on TikTok under at Thaywild, THAYWYLD. I make D&D content.
Yeah. And of course, as always, you can hit that button below to follow us here. We have our show, Homebrew Buddies, every week. We'll be coming back tomorrow with Kids Table, episode number 2. And we also have something fun coming up, which the guys don't know about yet. But throughout the month of February, we're going to be randomly it'll be popping on stream sometimes, sharing some music and trying to raise money for a charity, which will be announced soon. So stay tuned for all of that fun stuff coming up in the next weeks. Sorry, I'll pass it back to you now. Addison.
Charity.
Do ya?
Awesome. No, that's great. Thank you all for supporting us, and I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Shout out once again to our followers, CW Sovereign 503 and End of Politics. Thank you. Thank you for Hana Fiend and Pebble Crumbs and Bert R and Tony D. Thank you so much for your support from your local BIPOC artists. We will be making some more content for you next week Saturday at the same time. Come check us out because we weren't able to get to all of our performance encounters today. We will potentially be trying them out next week to see how they roll. Also, speaking of more content, Rico talked about our kids table tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But also next Friday, At 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the next episode of Roleplay Varied will be coming out. Come check us out. We got some funny, wild stuff for us. Um, Speaking from a deep cut from the last episode, we were in a catapults and libraries. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I'm sorry. Go watch the episode. It's funny. But thank you once again for joining our table and being our buddy. We will see you all next week.
Love you.
Bye.